journey through the stories that define the artists playing Bonnaroo. Who are they? What are they? What will you see? The what? Which bands? This year, that matter.
Yay.
With Brad Steiner and Barry Corder.
A podcast for Bonnaroovians by Bonnaroovians on the greatest Bonnaroo weekend of all time. So beautiful. The picturesque scenery, the wonderful weather, the amazing shows. Let's go around the horn. Larry Corder, Lord Taco, Barry Corder. Your favorite show of the weekend. Let's hear it.
Mine was Seeds because it's the only band that played.
Okay.
I don't know where you guys were, but I was basically at Bonnaroo this weekend.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Barry Corder, your favorite band of the weekend?
My Morning Jacket. Actually,
Good.
we were grilling last night. I opened the windows, turned it up. Me and Kelly were into it, and for her to be into it, it was a good day.
She is not into My Morning Jacket either.
I've told that story, man. I told it again today.
Did you?
You know, but yeah, with the first note, and how long is this show gonna last? All
terrific.
damn day it's gonna last. It lasts till it's over.
So we've compiled a few shows over the weekend to whet your Bonnaroo palate in honor of Bonnaroo weekend. Just doing some shotgun virtual Camp Nutbutter shows, and we thought that we would join this episode with a fresh Bloody Mary because at Camp Nutbutter we start the day every day with Bloody Marys made by our own Nick Turner. There you go. There's the cups that I made, everybody. And then on the front is your cartoon head, right? Show the cartoon head. There you go. And so everybody at camp has a giant cartoon head on a stick that is also a sticker that's on our Camp Nutbutter cups, which is normally filled with Bloody Marys in the morning, and then by mid-afternoon, it's what, Barry Corder? What's your drink as you transition
I'm a bourbon
through the
guy.
day?
I'm a George
Even in the
Dipple guy.
heat?
You know what I drink? I wake up and I have a can of Bush beer, kind of get the throat cleared. Then we have the bloody.
The
I have
Bush
a can of
beer
Bush beans.
the Bush beer has never won a blue ribbon.
That's right. There's only one that won a blue ribbon, and it is the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Let me guess
No,
what
there's-
Taco drinks when he wakes up. You doing a Bloody Mary?
No, I had a mimosa.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're such a cultured man.
Yeah,
Nice.
I made
nice.
mimosas. Drank the whole bottle.
All right, so we're going to hopefully be joined by today some surprise guests who may or may not know that they're on a show. Some of our campmates. They pop in, they pop in. If they don't, they don't. Either way, we're going to do some Bloody Marying and chat about a lovely Bonnaroo weekend, which, of course, the only person that really got to do anything for Bonnaroo was Lord Taco. What did you do this weekend? Let's hear the whole story.
So it wasn't Bonnaroo, but I was in a field in Tennessee with live music, beer, food, people. I had
Human
the Bonnaroo
experience. I can't believe it.
Human experience. There was, I guess it's public now, but there was kind of a low-key weekend planned, and it was put on by the Roo Bus people, the Roo Fitness people, because Lindsay owns the property out there. And so it was maybe 50 people.
Well, why was it low key? Why didn't they publish it?
Well, it's Lindsay's private land. I don't think he wants it trashed, number one.
Oh, come on. Bonnaroo lets it happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Who
have a
would
feeling,
trash it?
Yeah, I have a feeling this will continue. There'll be other, if September doesn't happen, probably this will happen.
You're telling me the Clean Vibes people were not on site to pick up every piece of trash that you threw on the ground?
We were all Clean Vibes people this weekend.
Yeah,
we
good for you.
all respected the farm.
Okay.
We kept everything clean.
Yeah.
And we
And so-
stayed true.
So how many actual shows did they put on? And where do these bands come from? Who were they?
So Seeds is a band from Huntsville that Rubus has known for a little while. So they were happy to come out and perform live because they've been sitting at home just like everyone else.
Yeah.
And then after that, they had a DJ that come up and did some stuff. So we had kind of an EDM show afterwards.
Weird.
It was
That's
weird.
very
And,
weird.
after dark, you look around and people are, high-fiving and saying Happy Roo. In my mind, I went to Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
That's the...
You hang on a
Did
second.
you get lost? Did you get lost?
I might have gotten lost. I definitely lost some time Friday night. There's a section where I don't remember much of what was going on.
What were these things that you were doing called high fives? Does that require touching another human being?
Sounds like touching or something.
We did some
Sounds
touching.
Ooh, that's.
But there was lots of hand washing. There was hand sanitizer. You know.
Now, when you say let me ask you this: when you went to camp and then you woke up in the morning, did you have a hotel to go back to freshen up?
No. No,
Okay.
but
this is how your camping is much different than mine.
Yeah, there was no couch, there was no carpet.
What about a vacuum?
No
Do you have
carpet.
a
Vacuum.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did you even function without carpeting in the camp?
No kidding. Like,
You
how
know,
do you walk around with bare feet if you don't have carpet?
I still made it through. I didn't bring the marquee or anything.
I don't know how you survived this. You took your life in your own hands, really, Russ, when you think about it. You took your life in your own hands. So that was good. So I'm glad. How many people were out there with the Rubus folk?
Probably about 50 total. Let's see. There was a lot of people that we know. The Rubus people, the Roo Fitness people, Lindsay, Celia. I think she's also with Wu-Tang Clan. David Bruce, the I Am Bonnaroo photographer. He drove 996 miles from New York to come down to this.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I think what we want to do, Brad, is have him. We probably ought to do a separate show because he's got pictures and some video and all this. But
we did a mini show there.
Even before you got on, he was telling me that that he drove from New York for this thing. Yeah, and that's pretty cool.
And he took a bunch of pictures, and so I'm sure he'll be posting those.
That's really impressive. I can't get anybody that I know to drive from Chattanooga to New Orleans.
I'm working on it.
New Orleans.
I wasn't going to drive from here to there. That's what I told him.
I've been working on the bus for some long trips, so that's in the works. But
that's really impressive that they pulled all that together.
Yeah, and, our buddy Kyle, the Bonnaroovian, was there.
Oh, Bonnaroovian was there.
He lives in Murfreesboro, so that wasn't too far for him. So I got to hang out with the same people that we would have hung out with.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. I didn't do any of those things, but I did try to eat pizza. Nailed it. I had crawfish. Nailed it. That's about it. That's as close to my. What are you possibly? You're invisible. Sometimes your hand just disappears, Barry Quarter. What are you trying to open right now? If you're about to open some pimento cheese, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. There's nothing that I love more than Mama Quarter's pimento cheese.
This was her idea too. I told her what we were doing, and she's like, "Do I need to make some pimento cheese?" Yeah.
That's a great idea. So the reason why I wake up every morning and eat that pimento cheese sandwich. And here's the thing about the pimento cheese. It lasts only about till Friday morning, and then it's done. You're not getting it for very long.
There she is.
Oh, hi.
Joined by a new participant. Who is this?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
We don't know you. Who are you?
I love it.
Have we met before?
Sitting on our back porch, too. Look at that sunning as if you're actually at Bonnaroo.
Got my bloody.
Oh, look at that. Weird how our Bloody Marys look very similar to each other.
Very strange.
So Hillary, part of our campsite, we actually go way back in marriage. What was your favorite Bonnaroo memory this weekend? How was your Bonnaroo experience?
I mean, I guess it was just sitting on the porch. Yeah.
Yeah, did a lot of porching. So last night we hung out with the neighbor, and the neighbor and her friends were going around the table, and they were doing their hall pass conversation. So it was, hey, who's your hall pass? Who's the celebrity that you get a free pass to? And half the table literally said just random people they follow on Instagram. It's like, it wasn't even a celebrity. It's just, I follow this guy named Greg. He's really hot. It's like, that's not how this is supposed to work.
Like a non-celebrity, real human being screw up your life person?
Just like a random thing. Oh, there's Nicky T.
Nicky T.
Oh, my heart just stopped.
Hello, Nick. We have a Bloody Mary not made by Nick Turner. What are you drinking?
He's got his cup.
Just straight tequila. Okay. Are you mixing right there on the porch?
You know how I do it.
I don't know how you do it. No, I don't know how.
I got to be on the ready in
You
case I
keep-
run out.
Oh, good. See, this is what. So Nick is the best Bloody Mary person on the planet, and the reason why I love his Bloody Mary is the secret ingredient. What's the secret ingredient, Nick?
I don't know, zing zang.
No. It's not zing zang.
Very secret.
Horseradish.
Nobody knows about zing.
Horseradish.
I don't think that's a secret. I'm pretty sure that's like
Well, it's not anymore.
Yeah, you just gave away the secret.
I think the secret is attitude, because we have to wake him up and get him out of his damn bed to fix the Bloody Marys is what it is.
How burnt out do you think you would have been Saturday morning, man?
I think the secret ingredient is, a hatred for all the bullshit praise you all give me for these Bloody Marys. And so when I make them, they're full of hate. And that's why they taste so delicious.
It was your idea. The whole reason we have a Bloody Mary bar is because of you.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I didn't want to be the maker of Bloody Mary.
But they're so good. You bring all the equipment. We don't want to dig through your equipment.
Was it
last year we had to roust him up? We had to wake him up. He's like, they're just Bloody Marys. Fix it.
And he literally went right back to bed.
Nick, get up. Nick, get up.
Involved. Like pepperoncinis are not equipment; they're peppers.
Pepperoncinis are not equipment, but it's your gear. We can't start playing your gear. You know the magical concoction to make your song sing into our glass.
It's literally the same shit you all would put in the Bloody Mary if you made it yourself.
Who, if you would have yesterday, if you would have, how burnt out do you think you would have been on Saturday after Friday?
What was Friday night? What would have been Friday night?
Are you kidding? It's only the greatest festival day of all time.
I know that like this year I probably would have gotten up there Friday, so I probably wouldn't have made it very late Friday night. I would have been dead.
Wow, that is so sad. That's the saddest thing you've ever said.
Lame.
There you
Can
go.
you
Lame.
Yeah, can you read that?
That's just Friday. Miley, Tool, Glass Animals, Run the Jewels, 1975, Megan Thee Stallion, Primus, Brittany Howard. What are you missing here?
I mean, I guess I would have gone to a few of those.
Okay. the one that I missed the most.
I tell you one that I would have skipped. Out of that.
Don't even say it. I swear to God, I hope your swing breaks. I hope it tumbles onto the ground. I know what you're gonna. Don't even do it, dude.
I can't. I just don't understand how you could be so hyped about that show.
Don't say it. I know you're trying to ignore it. You're doing your Stevie Wonder routine right now where you put the sunglasses on and you act like nobody's listening, but you're just saying this to get a reaction out of me. You're just trying to fire me up. That's all you're
I'm
doing.
not trying to fire you up, man. That would have been a low point of the weekend.
Can't cut him off.
How is it Nick can both swing and sway at the same time?
Yeah, it's a look. It sure is a look. Now, the one that I'm most sad about for Saturday is
there's Chrissy.
for sure.
Hey,
Oh,
there's
hi.
Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to
Monday.
see you.
This is about the time Chrissy would have actually showed up at camp. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she'd have been there all
Yeah.
weekend, but she'd have showed up to camp just now.
And
Yes.
all right.
And,
so
and by the
Nick,
way, she had not gone to bed yet. There is no.
No.
yeah, thank you. That was my question for Nick to talk about last year. Nick, do you even remember Saturday with Chrissy? What was it, Nick? Or,
yeah, we walked to Where in the Woods. It was miserable.
What? Wait, how is it miserable to walk to Where in the Woods?
It was so far, man. It was so far. We really fucked up. That was bad.
This is the charmed life. Don't start doing the charmed life thing. Because you had to walk to Where in the Woods.
It was honestly a far walk. It was much further than I anticipated. On the map, it looked like it was right there.
Yeah, because you didn't get carded there. The one time you left your backstage haven, you didn't get a cart and you got upset.
I didn't get upset. It was just a long
Princess,
walk.
Nick.
We were tired. Man, it definitely blew us both out.
Yeah, it blew.
Well-
You say that, and then Chrissy came home, got a bite to eat, and went out like what 3
Again.
more times.
Again, yeah.
Well, I don't.
Chrissy, Brad had a good question for everybody. What was last year like? What's your favorite memory?
Ooh, of last year? Gosh, they all run together sometimes, don't they?
My question was actually, what was your favorite memory of this year? Because this weekend has been so action-packed and so exciting.
Last year was definitely the chickpea puffs that were literally like eating cardboard.
It's just garbage. It's just garbage.
Nick, you
Yes.
loved my chickpea puff.
They're garbage.
Chickpea
Those are
cheese
terrible,
puffs.
man.
Totally
You
awful.
loved them.
It was like hydrated cardboard. It was
It
super
wasn't even-
hydrated
It was
cardboard.
definitely not hydrated. It was like someone had pumped.
Dehydrated cardboard. My apologies. Dehydrated cardboard.
And
Chrissy,
Hill
what
was just
have
pounding.
you been doing all year? How's your year been?
It's been interesting. It's been interesting. This pandemic has really made it into. How do you do all year with this pandemic? I feel like it's before Corona and after Corona.
Yeah. So the thing that I love about you is that you come to Bonnaroo every year, and then you really experience Bonnaroo, and then you go and be a professional, which none of us can figure out how to do. I mean, last year you left camp with with dreadlocks,
Yeah,
and you
I
had to do what the next day?
go to court.
Yeah,
Brad,
Yeah.
those were blue cornrows.
yeah,
Oh,
dye
yeah.
colored,
My apologies.
With
dye
My
colored
apologies.
dreadlocks.
with eyelash glue and rhinestones and the works. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what
And
were
then
you
the next
being?
day was the suit and
What were you being?
re-entry.
What were you being arraigned on? In court.
Oh. Yeah, not me. Not
Oh.
me. Well, you
She
know,
was on the
I've
good
done,
side of the bench.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Right on.
you know, I've done a hearing from Bonnaroo, right? Do you remember
Did you
that?
really? No.
Yep. Yep. Walking in a Bonnaroo with Mike and Dinson doing
Stop.
a telephone here.
What did you do? I don't understand. How does that work? I understand how
said-
phone works. Don't even start, Nick. I knew where that was going. Don't even say I know how a phone works. But what do you? Is this like a conference call? Do they even wonder where you are?
They didn't ask. No, I said I was out of the office.
I
Do
love
you
it.
remember what you were walking to see?
Bonnaroo, just Friday. Just got there, doing one last thing before full Bonnaroo.
Hey, Nick, do you have anything that actually has Bonnaroo on it? Do you own any piece of like shirt, poster, hat?
I think I have like a bandana.
Yeah, that's it. I have nothing that has Bonnaroo's name on it. Hillary, do you have anything? Do we even have anything that has Bonnaroo on it? How have we gone for 15
Sure we
years and we
do.
don't have anything that has their brand on it?
I mean, I think we have some swag. We've got a black cast iron skillet with Bonnaroo stamped on the bottom.
That's it. Yeah, we got
Take
the
it back.
skillets. We got
This
the
one?
skillets.
Yeah,
This skillet
and we
here,
put that thing to good use. We use it often.
I used it this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lord Taco went to his own Bonnaroo. Chrissy,
Yeah.
who were you most excited to see this year?
I've blocked out who was playing this year.
That's actually the best move, honestly. That really was a smart move.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, you don't even care, do you? You didn't even care about the lineup.
No,
I
mean,
called Nick the day after. I was like, dude, this lineup is incredible. He's
that's
like,
not,
I don't care.
This is not true. This
He
is
goes,
not
I don't
true.
care.
This is not true. I mean, Tame Impala was really. Today would have been my day. It would have been a hard one because Sundays is like when the guilt sets in. Like, so it's hard to have like the greatest time on Sunday. But I think I could have cut loose today for some Tame.
What is guilt?
I
Yeah,
don't
what are you feeling
understand that
guilty
either.
about,
I don't
Nick? What have you done that we don't know about? Are there bodies somewhere?
Yeah, like just a couple murders over the weekend.
That's why he doesn't want to go to Where in the Woods, because that's where he buried them all.
What do you guilt?
Yeah, it's just like I'm out here having a good time and carefree, and then there's all the stuff happening at home every year. It's always
So right after Nick, I don't know if I ever told you guys the story, but right after Nick had the baby, he came to Bonnaroo, and he woke up Friday morning, or maybe it was Saturday morning, and he looked at me and he said,
no.
Hmm?
I took a nap in the hammock for like 6 hours.
Yeah, it was like a 5-hour nap, and he wakes up and he walks over. He's like, "Don't tell anyone I ever did that."
That's for my wife.
If she finds out that I took a 5-hour nap, I'm done.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know you were Catholic, Nick. I mean, when did this guilt thing?
It's not Catholic guilt. It's Bonnaroo guilt, man.
Did you say Nick had the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby.
The baby,
The
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, the baby.
Oh, so do you have to call home and just act like how hot it is and how miserable it is and just...
Oh, no. I'm having the greatest time. Like, sorry about you, but...
Yeah, but that still doesn't answer the guilt. Like, why in the world do you feel guilt about that?
I don't see why this is... I mean, for you, Brad, I get it, why it's a hard concept to grasp, but... But for everyone else, why is this so difficult? Like, I'm out there having a great time all weekend. My wife's at home with a kid trying to be entertaining, with a 4 or 5-year-old. Like,
all right, I'll give you this. And I was thinking about this earlier. For the first 10 years of the 15, I used to leave on Sunday morning, and it was to come home and to be with my wife.
That's what I'm saying.
And it finally occurred to me this morning. I'm like, my wife's smoking hot. I get to go home and sit in a pool all day long. Yeah, look, shake your head.
God, here goes.
That's why.
Here he goes.
That's why. Every Sunday, Barry's like, I'm out. I'm going to go get in the pool.
I'm going home to spend the rest of the day in the pool with my wife. And for the last 3 or 4 years, I've stayed till Monday.
Yes.
And
you know why? Because you finally realized that hanging out at Bonnaroo was more fun than going back to the pool.
And she's still gonna be smoking hot on Monday.
Yeah, and by the way, you get to do this with me. You get to break down camp with me. That's what's so exciting.
That's what it is. That's what
Brad's
it is.
a bad influence. That's why. Brad's an instigator.
No, it's because there's so many great shows on Sunday night. I missed that
Also,
Tom Petty thing.
Yep.
Look at I see Chrissy shaking her head, and he's like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday's that day where you're like, I'm going to take it so easy today. And then by Sunday night, you're like, I'm just as, lit as I would have been any other night of the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been yesterday for me. And Chrissy, you didn't follow the lineup, but Friday was damn near the greatest festival lineup in the history of mankind, and then Saturday was pretty light. And so I thought that literally Saturday was 75 degrees the high, was 10-mile-an-hour winds. It would have been the greatest Chrissy day of all time. Being able to float around, go wherever, with whoever, to see whatever, I would just, who cares? At the end of the night, as long as I get to Lizzo, by the end of the night, I'm done. I'll be fine. But boy, what a perfect day that would have been. And it would have been that perfect Nick thing too. We're like, I'm going to take it easy, but turns out I'm totally shit hammered and I feel terrible Sunday morning. How did this happen?
That weather was so cool, wasn't it?
I don't want to talk about it.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, because I camped in it, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, last year was amazing. Man.
I'm talking about this weekend was amazing. The weather was perfect.
Right now is perfect.
Right now it's perfect. Yeah.
Well,
I will say so that's the thing about the weather is like you don't I can remember years where I didn't really care about it being so hot until literally right now. Sunday midday is when I start saying like I don't care anymore. I want to go home. It's too hot. I don't know if I can make 5 more hours before the sun sets. We've missed, like you said, Barry, so many shows on Sunday night because we just bailed. The last one that we stayed for that we suffered through was Snoop. And we're like, we've got to do it. And then we just kept going home until you guys forced me to start saying on Sunday nights. And I'm so glad we did because Monday morning is such an easier pack up than a Sunday.
I'm sitting here looking at this group, and part of what I love, especially Chrissy, is all of us. It's like but doesn't matter if it's 1 in the afternoon or 1 in the morning. I could pick either one of you and say, "Hey, you want to go see this show?" Be like, "Yeah, let's go." Okay, let's go. Or
Yeah,
not. I mean,
yeah.
that's important. It's not don't dismiss it. It's like, yeah, if I want to go, I'll go. If I don't want to go, I'll go.
It's a sampling pack.
Yeah.
You can just kind of wander around and catch a snippet of things that you would never see.
Chrissy's also Chrissy. They're not on here. We hope they would be, Mike and Dinson, but Chrissy's one of those that are like, yeah, let's go. Let's see where we can get.
Anytime, anywhere.
Anytime, yeah, let's do it. I just love that. I think that's so important to this whole experience.
Where did Hillary go?
Where did Hillary go?
Did she jump off the back porch? Is she gone?
She must have went to the porta potty.
Yeah.
You must have realized we were on Skype.
Oh, I'm sorry, Microsoft Teams. I'm sorry that you wanted to.
It's
There's
because
Hillary.
Skype.
Hillary's back.
It's because Brad relegated me to the back porch and the Wi-Fi.
I didn't relegate you to the back porch. You could be sitting in the next room. It would just been weird if we were sitting here on this microphone. Yeah. That would be so strange.
He doesn't like to share the mic. It's okay. It's fine.
He likes that big black thing all to himself.
Yeah. I'm happy back here anyway.
Nick, what'd you do this weekend in honor of Bonnaroo? Did you do any like Bonnaroo-ish things this weekend?
I made electronic music in my garage last night with my neighbor. So.
Okay, we don't do that at Bonnaroo. That's not what we do.
I did too.
We don't do that.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it was good.
Did it make you feel guilty?
No, I was at home.
Okay. What about? Wait a second. So you find guilt with that, but you don't find guilt when you go and have fun without us. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
What are you talking about?
You had an experience making music without us, and you didn't feel guilt. But when you're at Bonnaroo, you feel guilt.
What instrument do you play? What do you pick up and play? Nothing.
All of them.
He plays the skin flute.
Every one of them. Every one of them. You didn't do anything special? You didn't watch any shows, or you didn't get into anything for Bonnaroo weekend? Did you have any reminiscing, any remorse, anything?
Yeah, man. I mean, I felt sad most of the weekend, but like I think I just feel sad all the time, so it's fine. Everything sucks. What do you want me to say? No, I didn't do anything.
All right, I want to ask because Brad and Taco and I have talked about it, and Chrissy and Hillary especially. When the weather hit Thursday, right? I mean, when we woke up, it hit Taco and Brad and I hard. I mean, we weren't considering Bonnaroo at all, and then all of a sudden we woke up and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Y'all have the same, or was?
Yeah, it was like the universe just wanted to twist the knife a little bit more. Like we were already so sad about not being there, but then the weather was just like, man, just twist the knife. It was unbelievably perfect. It would have been, even in Louisiana.
It would have been one of those weekends, and we don't have many of these where like camp is the most fun place, right? Where camp is our favorite place. I don't know if we would have spent a lot of time at camp this year. Because normally we hunker down in camp because it's hot and we're tired. I don't know if we would have done that this year. I think we would have been going anywhere, any place, anytime. We would have been out in GA if we could have, just to be out amongst it because it was so pretty.
Bold statements from Brad. Bold.
Nick is swatting away gnats right
now.
Yeah,
Chrissy just did a.
We would have been in GA only if we got carded there. That's the only way we would have been in GA. Like
it's
a long walk.
I didn't know that somebody could come into my world and be a bigger diva than me.
No,
but Nick has found the avenue. I love camp so much, and I feel like camp is like the reason why we always keep coming back. But I don't know if we would have really seen each other as much as we normally do.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way.
Fair point.
And
Now we would have
and
seen
the
Bryan
lineup.
Stone plenty because he never leaves. Dinson
Well,
And
would
where
have
is
been
he,
sitting
by the
there the
way?
whole time.
Where's Bryan Stone?
I'm texting
Yeah,
Dinson
where
now,
is he?
hoping to hear. I don't know where Bryan Stone is.
I mean,
Yep.
you can't have a proper Camp Nutbutter experience without everyone knocking on Bryan Stone. It's like a sport. At
It's our
summer
national
camp.
pastime.
It is a national
It
pastime.
is like
Guy's got the
just
thickest
ragging
skin
on
of any
Bryan
human
Stone.
being I've ever known.
It's
he
what
really
I
does.
what I love about it is it's unlike all the other sports where it takes skill and ability. Literally anyone can do it. Absolutely anyone can rip apart Bryan Stone.
It's good fun. But that's a great point. Between the weather and the lineup, we might not have actually seen each other.
Right.
I
Hey,
mean,
by the way, we had pizza. We had the pizza that was very spicy pie-ish. Nick,
It was
you
sort
don't.
of like spicy pie.
It was. You're not even missing spicy pie right now. You didn't think about spicy pie at all.
No, I'll be honest, man. Things suck so bad right now. Like even watching a live show from years ago, it just bums me. Like seeing a bunch of people all having a great time together. Like it's like, again, just the thought of being there, like that experience of being around everybody, taking in, a thing that everybody's just, it's
You really,
cool.
you really do personify radiating positivity.
Pizza.
Did you even make a Cray Musty?
You make a great mustard?
I did do hot dogs. I guess that counts.
Did you
That's
really?
close.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love a Cray Musty.
Man, a Cray Musty would just blow up the spot right
Mm.
Seeing Hillary's Bloody Mary right now is
Yeah.
really like
There
me.
you go.
Sad.
I wish I could make one and share one with you, Chrissy.
It's so
Essential
perfect.
Sunday Bonnaroo.
So perfect. Just another.
was
another
it last year that we got hit with the lightning?
Yeah,
Was
we're
it
about to get hit with lightning too.
Yeah.
Or,
No,
like
it
it was
was,
about
I
to
just
rain
heard
in
some.
Manchester.
2018.
Was it 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, but I think
they-
there was
Was it
a rain
Transformer?
shower coming today.
Yeah,
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There
Oh.
he is.
Oh,
I love
He's
it.
rolled out of bed and made
on
it to
brand
the call.
too. Oh God.
No, I got to get the grass cut before it rains. So I did half of it, and I'm going to have a beer, and then I'm going to go back.
What kind of
And a
questionable life
bunch of other shit
decisions?
that's life prices.
What kind of questionable life decisions are we disrupting right now, Brian?
It's actually pretty bad, but it's all going to be okay in the end.
Brian's literally wearing every beer brand right now.
Oh, shit. It's terrible.
The only thing that's consistent is he's drinking Miller Lite and pissing it. It's the only thing that's consistent. What about whose tent did you crawl out of this morning? Who'd you stay with last night?
I was all by myself last night.
Well, that's a first for Bonnaroo weekend. That's a first. What is
Anything
the
else?
Welcome the whipping boy. I have said
I
for
wonder
the
if
15 years,
Brian would
I
see some music today.
Yeah, Brian, who are you going to see today?
I don't have the lineup pulled up.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
Same as
and I'll
every
tell you.
year.
You can get, you can get.
Yeah, my
All the
first
brothers-
guess for Brian is hail, hail, hail far, hail far, hail, hail far, hail far.
Does that
I
help?
can't wait.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well, Lana Del Rey's canceled, so we could have missed that one.
Oh, well, they're
Canceled
already-
as like a performer or like a person.
I'm gonna say Brian and I were gonna go to flogging Molly's together and get in a fight.
that
was
one.
gonna
I
be-
probably-
That was gonna be a good day. By the way, hey Chloe, thank you for reaching out and trying to defend me.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys saw that. She was pissed off that she didn't get to watch my back in a fight at flogging Molly today. It's pretty funny.
Nobody's going to take a swing at Dad. Nobody's doing
I know,
that.
right? I'm gonna
All the
walk
people
in.
you're gonna-
Everybody's like,
Yeah, most people think you're a cop. They're not going to. You're not going to get. They're just going to fight with you at Bonnaroo.
I don't know.
Brian,
If you go to a Flogging Molly show and don't get punched, I don't think you were really there.
that's my point. That was
Yeah.
my point. You got to go and get in a fight. Otherwise, you didn't go to the show.
Yeah.
Kind of in
Anyway.
the name, the band.
Brian,
name.
Brian, who are you seeing to? By the way, who is the band you're most excited about this whole weekend?
I honestly haven't looked at this lineup in quite some time because I've been just trying to out of sight, out of mind on it. I'm forgetting how incredible it is as I look at it right now. I'll just go with the first question today. I guess it wouldn't surprise you to say I'd probably swing in for Green Sky Bluegrass at some time.
God.
Maybe Grace Potter if I'm nearby. Leon, Vampire Weekend, Tame, Lana Del Rey if I could fit it in. All the top
Vampire Weekend?
I do now. Their new album. Have you heard it?
Yes, Brian.
Yes.
You don't
great.
like that.
Yes, I do. I do now. I understand them now.
Get out of here.
He likes it like
I understand.
He likes it like he likes the Shins, Brad.
Exactly.
It's like
As soon as I
just like
listen to them, I come back and
just
say,
like
"Fuck
the
this."
Shins. He wants to sway.
If they play the whole new album, that'd be a perfect show.
And then you'd walk back and say, hated it, never sing that again.
Exactly.
Who else? Who else are you going to see this weekend?
Geez, I forgot Ismail was there. Fred, I forgot about. Steve, I forgot about all.
Boy, is there anybody that was forgotten about more in this lineup than Jason Isbell? I've heard zero people talk about him.
God.
He's made quite a few rounds over the years, I guess. But
Yeah, no kidding. All of these shows Nick would be at, by the way. You're going to see Nick at all of these Green Sky Bluegrass, Flogging Molly.
All right. So,
Nah.
of all of us that are on, Miley Cyrus, were we all going?
hell yeah.
Nick wasn't.
Mhm.
Nick wasn't.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Not you,
Would
Nick.
not miss it.
It was
100%.
the guilty pleasure.
Nick, when did you become so grumpy?
I'm not grumpy. I wasn't going to go to that show. That was.
He's too cool
You
for
want-
the room.
You know,
I'll tell you this. The only reason why I'd go to that show is the potential for Dolly Parton. And that is the one reason why I would go to
That's
that
a good
show.
one.
you know what else show he
But
wasn't going
not
to
for
go
a single Miley Cyrus song.
Oh, I mean, that's separate to the question.
None of us like Party in the USA, Nick. None of us. None of us are like, shit, this song is such a classic. I can't wait till they get to that, second guitar solo. Nobody's ever said the songs are good. It's just a fun experience.
And it's Miley. When you're not,
I don't.
yeah.
What does that mean?
That's
It's
the
Miley.
only song I know.
So you don't like her music? You're just going because it's Miley?
That's what we did with Cardi B last year.
Yeah.
We did.
Yes.
I can actually say I like some of Cardi B's music. I can't say that about Miley Cyrus.
Oh, come on, Wrecking Ball. That's good.
You're literally, right now you're swinging in on a wrecking ball. You are Miley Cyrus.
I like her as Brian's go-to, man. It's like, a good time, like Wrecking Ball. Like if you want to have a good time, put on Miley
the song
Cyrus.
that gets me hype every time I wake up in the morning? Wrecking Ball. Miley Cyrus.
What song I know?
Can't wait till they get to the second guitar solo in that one.
I just said that. Okay, so the other thing that's going to shock you, and Nick has been dying to say this, but the other show that he was not going to go was Lizzo. He'd scratch it off. Yes,
I'm not as excited as everybody else in
Blast
Camp Nutbutter.
No, I never said that, man. I would definitely be at Lizzo.
Blasphemy.
No, you did not. You said I have no interest in seeing that garbage.
I did not say that.
Direct quote.
That's not a direct quote at all. Misquoted.
Wow.
Here's a direct quote. I made her. I broke her. That's a direct quote.
I never said that.
Okay.
Not even close.
I said that in like an
Even
Instagram
close.
post. I broke her. I'm so happy I broke her. And then look at this Instagram post.
Well, mark the time. It only took 32 minutes to get the first insult of an artist that Brad is best friends with out. Finally,
Yeah,
32
friends.
minutes.
Yeah.
32 minutes. I knew it was going to come eventually.
Oh man. Could you just see if she can join the call? Why don't you reach out real quick and see if she can hop on the call here?
You
Yeah,
may call Mel.
hit number 1 or 2 on that speed dial and get
Yeah,
Lizzo.
just see what she does.
No, she's number 1, 2, and 3. It's just
Speaking of Brad's girls, I forgot Brittany was here too.
Yeah. Brittany's 2 or 3. There's
Yeah,
see
that's
if they move.
what? Here comes Nick. Here it comes. What is that?
Brittany's a definite. Like, yeah, you got to be there for that.
Okay, all right. I want to hear you try to lie your way out of that one too.
What do you mean?
Because okay. But the solo show's great, and I'm bummed out about her specifically because I think that solo show would have like exploded this year. It was so good when we saw it, and then you could see that they were ready to sort of like take the next step. And man, she talk about an artist that got really totally screwed out of it. And the other one's Ed O'Brien. Ed O'Brien had that what I think is a really great album. And this was going to be his only chance to be a solo artist. And nope, that's not happening anymore. Because Radiohead's coming out. Radiohead's got a new album coming out next year, and they're going to do a tour.
There was another show today. Who was it? Wasn't there a couple people from Talking Heads?
That's the Turquoise. Yeah,
that was Turquoise.
Yeah,
that was Friday. Actually,
would have been at that. Yeah, for sure.
Me too.
I don't think that you would have been, man. Like, I don't think you have taken into account how stacked Friday was.
Yeah,
there was no way you were
Turquoise was Friday.
All the shows you would have gone to Friday. Definitely not.
But didn't we see them at Songbirds?
We did.
We did. That was the last concert that I saw live before everything shut down.
Same, Taco. Same. That's weird. Who would have thought? Because we went to that show on a whim.
We did. And it was like a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it was also not with the Talking Heads people either.
It was just Turquoise. Yeah.
Yeah, just Turquoise. But there's no way that schedule comes out and you see all the conflicts and you choose Turquoise over, I don't know, Brittany Howard. There's no way.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
not that
Brad.
But if it was
we don't know what would have conflicted.
But it's my life.
That's an easy one. That was an easy one. So Stone, what were you gonna hype up and then not see this weekend?
Pearl Jam.
Sure.
There's always one. Oysterhead.
I pretended to be a big fan and wouldn't have ended up going.
That's a great answer. That's a beautiful answer.
I wanted to see that.
There's so much stuff I legitimately like that I don't pretend to like, except for Oysterhead. They're really not that good. I mean, they are, but they're.
What about Primus? Primus is perfect for you to pretend to like and absolutely never listen to.
And Primus is also on the lineup. I would have seen Primus.
I would have seen Primus too because I listened to them a lot when I was a kid. I know all their old stuff. New stuff.
Playing any of those? They weren't playing any of those old. They were playing. All covered, right?
They were covering A Farewell to Kings by Rush.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would annoy me. I don't like.
Yeah, there's not a band I hate more than Rush.
So,
really?
Chrissy, same question, because Chrissy's just cool. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. What was the one you were gonna go? What was the one that you had sort of tucked away? No way you were gonna miss.
Ooh. Okay. See, I blocked out the lineup just for my own mental health. Let me see.
Yeah, same thing.
The one that strikes me as I wouldn't miss it that I actually can still recall right now is Nelly doing Country Grammar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that earlier,
Chrissy.
but that's
I would have
perfect.
been there with you.
I think Nelly was going to be one of those. Nelly was going to be one of those shows. Big Boy.
Did we do that late night Big Boy show? You and I.
We did Gucci Mane last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that with Jim. Gucci Mane last year, and then yeah.
But you guys, so Nelly was going to be one of those shows that we all said, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go late night to Nelly." We would show up late night to Nelly, and it would be so unbelievably packed. We would stay for 10 minutes and say, "Let's go back to camp."
Exactly what would have happened.
Yeah.
There's just no way that was not going to be an absolute shit show of a thing. Where are we going, Nick? Where are you taking us?
It's raining, man. I gotta go in.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to rain today. What about that fresh fade on? What do you got? You got a new haircut?
I got a quarantine cut like a couple weeks ago.
You're not happy with it?
No, I'm perfectly happy with it.
Are you? Is that why you got a hat on?
Just haven't brushed my hair today, man.
Clown. Where are you? Are you staying on? Where did you go? Are you done?
I guess he's done.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us,
All right,
Nick.
so
See you
Chrissy,
next year.
Nelly, what was the other one? Was there
I'll
another
have to
one?
look back at
Oh,
the
welcome
lineup.
back.
Friday looked so insanely good. I'll have to look back at the lineup. That's the only one that hasn't been talked about yet that I can remember.
Yeah.
Bryan Stone's doing Microsoft Excel work for some reason. What spreadsheet do you need to get out right now?
Are you doing data entry?
No, I'm responding to some messages here. This is
As if
totally
you
off.
don't have human beings talking to you right now. You're talking. You're sliding into people's DMs.
Corey said you got a hold of him, and he's asking me some stuff, and I'm telling him to get back to you just real quick. That's all. So
Yes. Thank you.
Why don't you
anyway,
mute, bro? Dang.
That's
Jesus.
work right there.
Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Sounds awesome. You
It's
guys are
very
so
important
cool.
to me, actually.
what's up?
This is what we do. This is Bonnaroo. There's actual work for a minute.
Well,
some
for
of us.
some,
Some of us are doing depositions in
Chrissy,
the middle of Centeroo.
What did you think of Where in the Woods last year? What did you think about it? Did you like it? Or are you too blasted?
No, I liked it. I like a good journey just to see something different.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah, there was the dancing T-Rex, which is always a good fun.
And like the space back there is incredible. Like all the hammocks and yeah.
Hey,
really-
Yeah.
D.
look at that.
Wake up, Stone. Come on.
This
You're napping. I saw it. You were totally snoozing.
is his fresh out of some rando's campsite look that he's pulling off this morning. Fresh out of a.
last night. I saw him last
There's
night.
no glitter.
I'm so excited. This is amazing.
Mayor, how are you, Mr. Mayor? Nice to see you.
Good to see everybody. How's Nola treating you guys?
Amazing. Very,
Good
very
and swampy down there?
Good.
little. Today was the
got
first
there.
real swamp.
back in a minute.
A little bit of swamp. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is that, Brian?
Said I got to bail out for a few. I'll be here for a minute. I'll be back shortly.
Why?
Just
Yeah.
trust me.
TMI.
Why?
Just got here.
Why?
See you
There
next
you
shift.
go.
See you back again.
Where are you going?
Fort
I
Alert.
gotta. I don't have time to explain. All right, I gotta. I'll be back.
Oh my God, he's so cryptic.
What is wrong with you? You're not a human being. You know that? You
All right,
don't
let's
act
talk
like
to
a human
Dinson.
being. You don't interact like a human being.
Let
He's
him
gotta-
go. I want to talk to Dinson. I
he's
want to
gotta
hear
go-
from.
he's
I want
gotta-
to hear from Dinson
But
about.
Brian's head is still there, though.
Yeah,
Brian's head is still present.
That's a good look.
with those
Before
witchy
we
woman
talk
eyes.
to
I think
Dinson.
it's a chick.
Before we
The
talk to
chick.
Dinson, the one of our favorite campsite stories ever is when some rando girl walked into camp, saw all of our giant cartoon heads on a stick, and looked at Brian's and said, "Who's she?"
That's a chick.
It was true.
And then Brian is sitting literally right in front of it, and he said, "That's me."
Yeah.
But really,
Oh,
look
man.
at that face. So,
says, "Nope,
so
nope.
serious.
No, it's not.
His
He's like, I'm
bedroom
right
eyes.
here. It's me.
Dinson, what are you up to, buddy? You sad about this week?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as well as just the course of general life.
Yeah, we're trying to not pay attention to that right now.
No doubt
Yeah.
about it. I ran out, went to the market, tried to find some fresh tomatoes, got caught in the storm, just trying to keep it normal.
We told the story yesterday. I told the story to Barry as to how we found our campsite, the one that we come back to every year. And it's because you traveled that one year. You walked across the land, round and round and round. Like, this is the highest spot. We're taking this one. And I said, he's like, it's next to the Porta Johns. He's like, this is where you want to be.
If you didn't leave on so many Mondays and you had woken up with like 18 inches of water around your vehicle and tried to strike camp on an occasion or two, you go for the high ground.
Go for the high ground.
So
Less,
I thought about, and I totally threw you under the bus, Dinson, yesterday or the other day. I apologize because that was the worst campsite ever chosen. And
Yeah. Barry was so upset.
But
Dad, you
Dinson
upset
is the
Dad.
guy. Dinson is the guy. And everybody, if you're lucky, you camp next to somebody like this at Bonnaroo.
That's a great point.
When you pull up, you're like, if I only had a thing that would do this.
Dinson's got it.
And Dinson's
doubt
like,
he's
well, I've got
got
that.
Yeah.
You need a carabiner, you need a sharp knife, you need a long sticky thing, you need whatever. Denson's got.
No, that's his dick.
A long sticky thing.
Pitchfork.
We'll keep it with that. That's safe. It's safer than a lot of the chats that have gone across this forum at this juncture.
I mean, Denson's got it in the truck, and it doesn't matter. And sorry, there goes the motorcycle.
What's the strangest thing that's actually in your truck right now?
Probably like a pizza bag warmer. From like Community High, from like feeling like a rider like 6 months ago. I'll bring that back.
When did you become an Uber Eats driver?
This is great.
Like I have no intention of delivering anybody a pie. I cleaned my entire truck out the other day, like folded it back up, and was like, I really need to take it to those guys. Their carry-out is probably
pizza
pretty
box
busy
warmer.
right now. Yeah.
All right, so
mine has always been a mic stand that Mike Dewar gave me 3 years ago. It's been sitting in the back of my car for no apparent
keep
reason.
moving it to get access to every.
Keep taking it with me everywhere I go.
Mic stand.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we all have a favorite Denson story. Mine clearly is the Saturday morning we were walking to go get poutine, and I remember it. And we walked by the this tent, whichever, right? And they were doing sound check, and they were running bird noises through the speakers. Do y'all remember? It was Brad and Nick, I know. And we stopped, and Dinson was like, I don't think that the North American warbler was native to Tennessee. And we all stopped and went, what the fuck?
Can't this be like slipping in non-indigenous bird sounds? Habitat. Like that just ain't cool. Like that will fuck up somebody's whole room. Like it's a good thing it didn't like set me into a tailspin. Like I knew it was an anomaly.
We all went about 3
those
steps.
Non-indigenous birds.
What?
Really ruins the day.
These fucking carpetbaggers. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Not even that at this present
Who's
time.
running some non-indigenous bird sounds through our...
Or non-native. It's just like
non-native.
they don't live here. It's just like that poor bird's like
Exactly. He needed to tell you.
He's gonna catch a cold.
You were the only person.
Humidity.
Oh my god.
Dinson, was there actually somebody that you wanted to see this weekend, or are you just going to stay at camp all weekend? What were you going to do?
No, there's a pretty solid lineup.
Yeah?
There's a lot of stuff I was going to get out for. Of course, your girl, Lizzo.
Tones and I? You a big Tones and I fan? You gonna dance monkey it?
Probably not so much. I'd have passed by
Okay.
to watch with interest.
Okay.
I like to be a fly on the wall. There's probably nothing I wouldn't have passed through.
You would have gone to Lizzo, huh? You're into the Lizzo?
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
For
okay.
crowd participation. I think it would have definitely had the energy that would be unique to her experience. I mean, given what she's done this calendar year, that would have probably been her biggest.
You know what? I don't know what the pandemic would have done though. If pandemic didn't exist, I don't know what the year would look like. But Lizzo has not been on the radar of anybody in 6 months, 5 months. I wonder if we even care about that show now. I'm almost on a 180 on this show, thinking that it was going to be the show to see a Bonnaroo in February. But now in June, I'm looking around like Lizzo's been nowhere to be found. And
a lot of it's circumstance. She's carrying she catches a lot of heat and flack for kind of the stance that she takes. You know, I don't blame her for kind of bowing out, backing off a little bit, but I still think her show would have been a crazy set. And yeah, it would have been unique in the.
It's been so fun. And I'm just going to remind you.
Power, like
I'm going to make sure Dinson knows this too. But Nick did not want to go to that show. I'm making this clear. He did not want to go.
You're making this up. You're making this up.
I'm not.
You're not making it clear. You're making it up.
I'm making it clear. You said specifically, I'm not going to see Lizzo.
No, I said I'm not going to see Miley Cyrus.
You said I hate all of those songs. What? And I said, "Good as Hell" is the #1 song in the country. Like, I hate it.
I didn't say that. I don't like Good as Hell though. No, I do like Good as Hell. I don't like what's the other one?
Juice.
No, juice is great.
No.
Now it's great.
No.
Okay.
I'll be back. I got to use the phone.
Oh,
What are
hi
you
Brian.
doing?
Can we
Yeah,
help
Brian,
you?
get out of here,
Can
man.
we
Is
help
that
you?
like your gift
Look,
cake?
Brian's his background looks like mine.
Yeah, no kidding. What are you doing?
A construction zone?
Is that a cat?
Well,
Kitty.
I can't figure out how to
No.
exit out of this.
That's not a cat. That's the only being in his life that loves him.
Did he drop?
Brian, what are you doing?
I'm trying to use my phone.
I miss this so much.
Poor Brian.
Man.
Is there a reason why you decided to walk away? Wait, are those the socks? Can we see the socks?
Those are the socks.
Those
Are
are
they-
the socks.
Millie's?
Oh,
My
please,
dude.
he
There
does
they
have
are.
a sock. Yes.
Missing the traditional Bonnaroo burn though.
Yeah.
No, it's already happened. What? Seriously, how do I exit out of this stupid fucking app?
Why are you trying to leave? We're still on
I
the
need
call.
my
Yeah,
goddamn
we're
phone.
this is still good show right here, Brian.
Is something on fire, Brian? Or is there an emergency?
What's he doing?
It's not an emergency.
This
Just-
is entertainment.
Then what do you need the phone for?
Where is
The
he?
Riverbend of telecommunications here.
Yeah, for sure. What is this view too? I can't even see everybody. It's just like
Was that a
circle
non-indigenous
square.
cat, by the way?
Yeah,
It
right.
was feral for damn sure. It was an
Are
alley
you
cat.
are you in a murder cellar, Brian? That's what it looks like.
I don't know why you can. I closed everything out, but I still got all the volume. I don't know what to do.
All right, so
Don't do anything that we don't want you to see because we can still see it all. Like all angles.
Yeah, don't say
like
anything.
360.
Brian, don't go to the porta potty right now.
yeah, don't take
Yeah.
a shower or anything gross.
Well,
So,
you think that
Dinson,
Brian Stone's option right now would be taking a shower?
I just
He's at home. Why not?
I have no
Not taking
idea.
a shower.
So Dinson, you've been to every one, correct?
No, first two I missed. So
You missed first two.
yeah, 18, I guess. 17?
Stone's been to all of them, right?
Yep. I was there for one day in 2002. I went up on a Saturday and jumped the fence, so I wasn't there the whole weekend. But I do get credit for showing up at least for a minute.
You're
I went
barely
to the
there
first
every
one,
week.
first day, missed the next three, and then I've been every year. So
This is just a way for Barry to humble brag around the room. This is just a way for him to go around the room and so look at me, guys. Look at me.
yeah. So what's your point?
Okay.
Chrissy, you went early, missed a few,
did.
right? Because you had kids, right?
yeah. Just the one, but
Just-
extended absence.
A child,
Yeah.
the coolest kid.
Mhm.
And then the rest, Russ, you're probably last 2 years.
Yeah, I've gone the last 2 years. This would have been my third.
Nick, you've been to a bunch early, and then same. You had family.
Yeah, I missed 1 year when we were moving.
16,
Yeah.
maybe
I think-
17. I can't remember.
I
No,
think
it's- that was the
I actually
jam
think
day. I remember Nick wasn't there.
I
We
think
can't understand you, Brian. We don't know what you're saying.
11 was my first year. I can't remember.
It was the year after LCD. You took a year off. You took a year off after LCD.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh
by the way,
yeah.
back to Tame Impala for a second. You said that was the show you wanted to see, but
Absolutely.
we didn't. We were the two people. Hillary was there too. Hillary liked it a lot more than we did because we had just came off of the LCD show. But I don't remember us like loving the Tame Impala show.
Who? Why? Stop putting words into my
I
mouth.
loved it.
God
I loved
damn,
it.
dude. Like
I
you,
loved
It was a
like you're so inaccurate with everything you said on this podcast. I'm going to say that
always.
fact checkers, please go back to all the What podcast and fact check Brad because he's full of it, man.
He deals in his own reality.
I mean, it's not even close. It's not. I mean, that year was amazing because I'll tell you what happened. Right at LCD Sound System, I know what you, myself, and Hillary did. We left LCD, and we were smiles and grins ear to ear. And then I walked up to the witch stage, which they never let you in the back of. And there were people there. We walked around to the side, and they're like, it was the strangest thing. I was with my friend John, and the people were just like, hey, we were waiting on you. Come on in. And like they just let us come all the way up to the stage
Yeah.
and creep around to the front. And then I love that set. I'll always love that set. They were there. I feel like the first year I went to, or second year, but they were on the tent that year.
Yeah, it was this tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that show. But look, I remember us saying that was good, but it was hard because it was after LCD.
I think
we had
you
just
said that, Brad.
we had,
I think that's what you
No
said.
one else said that.
I'm pretty sure that was a Wii.
I'm pretty sure that's
just to
not a
make-
we. I think
it was a Wii.
I
I
loved
think
it.
it was a Brad. Like 3 years later, you probably said that in your head.
Yeah,
You're
he was
yeah,
like,
everyone
those Tame Impala kids are okay.
I
I
liked
didn't
it.
introduce
Literally,
him
no
first,
one
so I
said
can't
that.
give him any credentials.
Okay, there it is again. Look, I liked it. It was fine. I feel like this one would have been better.
Oh, dear God, yeah. That was the best show I've seen this year at Ascend, like in the
You saw it.
last calendar year.
Oh, good.
Unbelievable.
Oh man.
Like their production value, like over the top. Like,
Yeah.
totally was looking forward to that set very much.
I mean,
Yeah.
them being on the what stage was going to be epic. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
Yeah,
It would have been epic.
guaranteed. With
Yeah.
that energy, that kind of crowd base, stateside, like it's just unique. It's like Pond last year.
Yeah,
You know,
and
like
they've
those Aussies just go off when they.
they've been covering that Lady Gaga song he wrote, and like they've just been doing really cool stuff with like this.
Which one? Wrecking Ball?
Yeah, that one. That one, Brad.
Also, it would have been one of those moments to see a band that you got to watch them in a tent, and then you
Yes.
watch them on the Witch, and then you
The
watch them on the
7-year
what, and that is
scale.
always special.
And you
to
get to
see.
see the way they've kind of evolved. Yeah, like that would have been incredible. And then too, I just love their sound. Like I love that it's just this. What they do with their.
Oh my God! Hang on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Brian's cat is so much more interesting than he is. The cat is walking around the camera. I'd so much rather talk to the cat than him. Come on, kitty. Let's make this happen. Sorry, Nick. Go ahead. I saw a kitty. I'm very excited.
I lost my thought. Fuck it.
You remember how good the sound was?
What were we talking about? I don't know.
Same.
Dick.
No wonder you lost your train of thought.
Talking about Dick, right?
This thing that Nick does when he talks. Do you ever notice like he's like looking to the heavens for some sort of who are you looking at when you're talking? Where are you?
It's a social media filter. At this juncture, some people use them to kind of keep them out of trouble.
Yeah, man. You're gonna post this on some junk website, I'm sure.
To support your propaganda. we
By junk website, I mean the what podcast.
Yeah, the one that you designed.
Hey, and walked away.
I don't know if I ever told you this story, Dinson, but he comes over one night and he's like, "Hey, so I gotta make a podcast website." He's like, "All right, I got an idea. I got an idea, man." And so he starts to draw what the website's going to look like. And then he just does like this, right? And like an hour and a half goes by and he's still walking around with the pen and paper. And I say, "Nick, are you going to finish drawing whatever you were drawing?" He's like, "Oh, yeah." So I'm thinking of like something that's post-responsive. And I swear to God, he's like, "I finished it. That's what it looks like." Drew a square. And then handed it to me. I was like, "Looks good, Nick. Good work.
Can you get around that?
Good work."
You made it
So-
happen.
And you know what? I think it's a pretty good website.
Did pretty well. Yeah, it did pretty well.
Yeah, turned out pretty nice.
It's work.
Yeah.
You made it happen.
The square's the cornerstone of websites.
I love the guy.
Just make a square. Make a square. Now, if it was going to happen in September, are you going to go, Dinson?
I guess I would give it a whirl.
Man, you cray.
Nick's not going. He told me the other day, quote,
Got
"I
kids.
hate Bonnaroo. I'm not going ever again." This quote.
Is that a we?
That was a quote from Nick. Nick literally said those words. Nick's not going to go in September. Chrissy, you going to go in September if it happens?
I would like to.
Mm.
I don't know. it'd be so different. It's hard. Part of what I love about Bonnaroo is the camp and the same and the everybody kind of coming through. It's hard to tell if I would be comfortable with that many people in September, even if it is outside.
Really? Even in September, huh?
Well, hell,
very
in
candid.
February I was fine, and then March happened, so it's
Yeah.
hard to say what I'll
I
feel
had
like
this-
in August.
I had this nightmare that we were walking from this to camp, and a wall of shirtless men were walking towards us, and we had to figure out a way to walk through them.
Oh man,
And
I
they-
don't want to know where this dream
I
goes.
know now.
Boy,
I know,
how
I
it
know.
is.
You're
See,
really
when he
excited.
told this story
boy.
early, it wasn't a nightmare. It was
Yeah.
a dream.
Oh yeah, it was a dream.
Like, okay, I've changed my mind. I'll
I
definitely.
had this image.
He's like, I had this nocturnal emission.
I love how Nick loved that joke so much. He finished it, and then as soon as he was done, he went to this.
He knew it was coming.
Dude, that's
He dropped that
never
mic and
did,
rolled
dude.
on.
Get out of here.
It
Go
depends.
on.
The
Speaking
of
telling
like-
of this story changes from the crowd.
A row of shirtless men, and we're
Yeah,
walking.
row shirtless men,
Go ahead,
and
Brett.
we had to walk through
Go
them, and they wouldn't like separate. So we had to
Did
like
they move
wedge
the hill?
ourselves in between these sweaty
You okay, Hill?
men. And I just remember their sweat then covering me and totally panicking. I mean, I don't like being touched at Bonnaroo. I don't like anything about the germ part of it.
You
So
know-
I'm with you. I don't know
Brad,
how in the world I would do
that's
this.
a nightmare.
What, Hillary?
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Brad's like, don't touch me. You know, don't shake my hand. He hates High Five Friday. He won't high five anyone.
It's tough.
He's got the spirit.
It's tough. And so like
We told the story the other day, Hillary. I don't know if you listened. Remember last year when Doyle came out of the porta potties and touched him on the cheeks, which is still one of my favorite laugh out
It's
loud
a
moments.
very, very good story.
Swear to God, I'm
It's
bringing
amazing.
a baseball bat next year. If somebody does that to me again.
No clubs allowed.
It was so funny.
What you wouldn't have brought the pizza bag to camp, would you?
No, that's this weirdest thing in my truck at this moment because there's no Bonnaroo. I would have.
But you wouldn't have brought it with you.
No. dear
Although,
God, no. I
What's
mean, spicy pie. I could have brought like full spicy pies. back
oh
to
my
camp.
God,
Ooh.
Dinson, that
Fresh
is such
and
a good
hot.
idea.
Yeah,
So,
really great
I
idea.
mean, who's
Buy
to say I
10
might
pies
have
to go home
excluded it?
with and put them in your
Yeah.
pizza oven.
Exactly. Sunday night,
Legit
just buy 'em
upgrade.
out.
Which would be a totally Dinson thing to do. Show up with a pizza bag full of spicy pies.
Back in chat. For
And we'd
like,
all been
the
like,
strut.
of course that just happened.
This is a really great idea.
Spicy pie in chat for the strut.
Or just
course
at
it just
camp,
happened.
if you could just bring
No,
spicy
I'm
pie
talking about
back to
spicy
camp.
pie to camp. Yeah, I mean, take the hot microwave
yeah.
bag that you have and take it, buy the pie, and then bring it back to camp for us.
Doable.
Oh my God, wear a Domino's shirt, and I think that we've got this.
That'd be kind of a slight to the spicy crew, don't you think?
Indeed.
Man, I don't know. Dommies, they got that crust.
How long do you think a pie can stay hot in one of those bags? Like 30
It would be
minutes?
no different than like a delivery guy. I mean, it's a 5-minute
I'm
walk.
saying, like, could you keep that pie like for a couple hours back at camp, nice and hot? You know,
Oh yeah,
I'd
absolutely.
say hour and a half.
What do
If
you-
had
what do you-
four
what do you
full
have in
pies
mind, Nick?
boxes,
I'm just
Nick
thinking
is
about like
fantasizing
Wow.
about pizza right now.
Hour and a half?
Nick has
I'm
pizza
thinking about, like,
fantasies.
how you can get it back to camp, eat dinner, blaze a couple, and
No,
then we've got
I don't
a
understand.
still have hot pie.
yeah.
What is
how
the
would-
problem here? We can just bring a microwave.
Yeah.
Ugh,
You microwave your pizza like
I
the night
microwave
after.
a pizza.
That-
What do
Brad,
you
You know what?
roast
You know what? I'm
me
so
out the door.
disappointed in. I really was gonna have chickens at camp this year. I'm so disappointed. I'm not gonna have live chickens.
That would have been good.
It was
That
gonna
would've
be
been
so funny. It was
That
gonna
was
be so
legit
funny.
Barry's big
Livestock.
idea.
Barry
He was
said
so
livestock.
excited. He wanted to
Yeah.
have like a little petting
Fresh egg.
zoo, like a farmstead.
If you don't
I
want,
love
if you
Yeah.
don't
Free
want,
range hens, like in a little like out by the street.
Out
next
by
to
the
Butter
mailbox.
sign. Yeah.
By the mailbox. We had the
Two
mailbox.
hens. Yep.
I was gonna have chickens.
look, if you don't want to have a microwave, why don't we have a toaster, like one of those
Toaster, fine. Yeah, microwave's
conventional
just a substandard,
toaster oven
like
things?
eat medium. Who the hell
Okay.
microwaves anything?
Why can't we just build a pizza oven?
Okay.
A brick pizza
A
oven.
clay one. Like
Yeah, clay
terracotta.
and brick. Yeah.
All right, now you're just
Now
Trailer
you're
in.
talking, Lord Taco.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A
That's
wood
what's
burning
up.
stove.
We can make this happen, guys.
Yeah. Wood burning stove next year.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have
the idea guy, and now you guys go make it.
You're gonna have to pack it in your bus, though.
We need one of those quick.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's not
thing.
gonna fit. It's not gonna fit in the Volkswagen.
It's not going to fit with the couch and the 600 square feet of carpet and the generator and the marquee.
Now, Dinson, have I ever brought a bad idea to camp?
No, because you don't bring shit to camp except
Okay.
yourself. So, well, yes. So maybe every time, but you
Burn.
defer lots of other bad
Burn.
ideas to other people's vehicles that are relegated to like actual real cars
When
and
you-
not like little like shuttles.
When we found you in your dilapidated camp,
yeah,
which was just a tent and a seat,
just a hovel.
was there a bad
hovel.
idea? What about that I have
your
brought to
front
camp that
seat
you
with
don't
an
like?
umbrella for shade.
Tell me
Hillary.
an idea that I've brought.
We
Carpet.
can agree that you used to camp in a Volkswagen under an umbrella
Yes, that's true.
behind the tent.
It's true.
Okay, just checking.
It's true.
It's really been the collective that has elevated Camp Nutbutter.
But
Yes,
is
it
there?
has.
Brad?
But anything that has been added, do you dislike any of them? All of the accessories.
No, I mean, I do roll my eyes at you. I think the mirror, the full-length mirror, I think you took it too far.
Well,
I mean-
we
Too
should
far.
probably
They gotta
should
make the
throw in
package
for
good.
anybody that's joining now. Hillary gets credit. I mean, Camp Nutbutter is Camp Nutbutter because at one point she made nut butter, which is a legitimate
In more ways than one.
vegetarian thing, and I just thought it was funny as hell. It's a funny word, so
Barry, I
then it
just wanna
became.
And they tried to take my nut butter they tried to, during the search when we came in, they tried to confiscate my nut butter, and I was so upset.
Yeah, and we
I
had
was
what
like, that is
two.
like cashew, organic, honey maple nut butter. And they were like, what?
I just
Was it 2 years ago? 2 years
Sounds like
ago,
drugs.
we had the couple from England walk in and want to buy. Actually, ask us if they could buy
Yeah.
a jar of nut
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah, apparently I'm missing out on a business opportunity.
Yeah,
here.
so there's an opportunity. So
Well, ideas come down to execution. You know, ideas are cheap, so you're welcome.
Oh, is that right?
yeah, Nick's back outside. Must be not be raining anymore.
Hang on a second, guys.
That's a good storm.
Beautiful. It's great.
Hang on a second. Bonnaroo Camp MVP of 2018 just came back. Bryan Stone, welcome
Brian's back.
Brian's back.
No, I was MVP 2016.
Doesn't make it better. That's so long ago. That was
Yes,
so long
I did
ago.
a lot of favors for a lot of people that year, and still missed Pearl Jam in the pit. God damn it!
Yeah, you went and left.
Oh,
Yeah,
The-
we,
Wait about like
that's
2
one of my
minutes.
we had a
one of
way
my
to get down
favorite
there,
stories.
and you were like,
It's
no.
really-
we literally were walking you to the pit,
To
and
the
you
pit.
said, "No, I want to meet up with this girl." And
Yeah.
what happened with said girl that you met up with?
Well, we met up where she said
was
she was
Eddie
going to be.
Vedder.
So she didn't stand me up, but then after about one song in, she was gone. Quite literally, it might have been two.
Do you think that she was offended by Pearl Jam or you?
I don't know, but I hate.
What's the difference?
We found Brad and I were leaving the pit, and we found Brian sitting in the grass by himself, like with like the confetti and all the things like strewn about. And he was just sitting there.
He had the
in the
saddest
field.
collection of empty Miller Lite cans just surrounding him in a circle, watching fireworks with this tear coming down his face because he had been abandoned by the love of his life in the pits because he loved Eddie Vedder more than he loved the girl that he was with. You spent more time paying attention to Eddie Vedder and saying how wonderful he was, and she said, "Screw it, I'm out of here."
Well, once the show began, I forgot about it and didn't care and just enjoyed the show. But about an hour afterwards, and for the next 4 or 5 days, I was just irate. I was so mad because I saw all your posts, all your pictures, everybody down in the pit, and I just started getting sadder and sadder and so mad. It was a bad life decision.
You know, that year though, that was like you could have just walked down there because there was like literally 100 people out in the field that year.
Yeah, because it turns out that nobody really wanted to see Pearl Jam.
It was life, man. That was like you could walk right down to the pit that year.
I love the idea of Bryan Stone standing in the back of the field, and I just understand and think nobody's here. But I don't want to work with the crowd. I'll stand back here.
As great as they are, and whatever their legacy, they are like the most underappreciated act ever of like grace Bonnaroos main stage.
Oh man, it was so sad. They're such a powerful rock band. It was just like I love them growing up.
Honestly, wasn't a big part of the conversation. Eddie Vedder went political.
He went political, yeah. And I'll be honest with
everybody
you,
was surprised. Like, what? What? Like, who saw that coming?
That year was a perfect combination mixture of just, I don't know, bad scheduling, too much emphasis on hoping that the Dead and Pearl Jam's loyal fans would come. The Dead and Pearl Jam can go anywhere to see the Dead and Pearl Jam. They don't have to go to Bonnaroo to see them. And both those two were bad headliners that year. And what was it, Tame on Friday?
No, it was LCD.
LCD and then Tame.
LCD was probably the most, I guess, I mean, I never was an LCD guy, so I don't know how exciting that was, but
great.
It was good.
You know, I'm not turning to you to figure out levels of excitement about anything.
Depends on what the subject matter is, Brad.
It was good.
But whose dog is that?
That's fine.
Can't pet that dog.
You can't pet that dog.
Can't pet that dog.
But the crazy thing about that Pearl Jam show is I don't even remember the show, and I was there. The only thing I remember is seeing Bryan afterwards. I don't remember anything about that show. It was nothing. It literally it was that pop shit that Hillary made us eat last year. It literally was just eating it and disappeared.
Well, Brad, it was probably that, surely, but it was probably, maybe not even probably, my least favorite Pearl Jam show I've ever seen, because it was the most boring, simplified, here you go for a general audience show. It was just what the average kind of I know who Pearl Jam fan, it was really lame show. I mean, it was good. They played the fucking songs right, but it just wasn't a good mix. You weren't impressed with that either, probably.
Bryan Stone, musical critic, they played the fucking songs right. Thank you for clarifying that they played their own songs correctly.
All right, guys. I gotta head out.
Chrissy, love you.
I'm gonna
so
get
good to see you.
You guys break it down.
Always the first one to leave camp. Always.
Say hi to Peppa. Yeah, she's gonna go. She's gonna go out and be out till tomorrow.
Prioritize.
We miss you already. We'll see you next year.
We do miss you already.
Bye.
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 So we bored with this yet, or what?
I don't know. I'm 3 PBRs in. How about you?
It's a fair question.
This is
all right,
Brian. I don't know
what you.
Cut the grass. Huh? What's that?
I'm still marveling at Nick, who can swing and sway at the same time. I just love it. I love it.
Brian, what are your plans this weekend? Did you do anything to celebrate Bonnaroo? Did you do anything, or did you just sit at the house and cry?
It wasn't very good.
Okay.
But fine. It's fine. Okay. This is the most fun I've had all weekend, if that tells you.
But you didn't do anything to like celebrate Bonnaroo, though. Did you do anything Bonnaroo-ish? Like we had pizza that was sort of spicy pie. We ate crawfish, we had the crawfish boil on Thursdays. What else did we do that's sort of Bonnaroo-ish, Hillary? Oh, we went to Snake and Jake's. I forgot to tell you guys about that. We actually went to the actual real Snake and Jake's.
How was it? They weren't open.
Well, they weren't open, but it's the tiniest little shack of a bar that you've ever seen in your life. And apparently it's only a place that you go to at 4 o'clock in the morning. Just like the actual Snake and Jake's in Bonnaroo.
Yeah, exactly. They're open from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
You go there to find hop when like everything else is closed.
When everything's closed, that's where you go.
Is that the inspiration for the Snake and Jake thing at Bonnaroo?
They own it.
Same people. Yeah, it's the same people.
Yeah.
So if you remember,
Christmas lounge.
Yeah, if you remember the Superfly and the connections to New Orleans that Superfly and AC had when they first started Bonnaroo, they wanted to bring a bunch of New Orleans stuff to Bonnaroo. That's why they used to have that parade. That's why they used to always have Trombone Shorty and New Orleans-based musicians early on in the year, or early on in the run. And then, at some point, when Superfly disconnected and the New Orleans parts of it sort of just went away.
But Snake and Jake's is still there.
Snake and Jake's still there.
I've been there one time, and I just
It's an
walked
institution. I wish
When
you
the
could see
preservation
it though.
jazz-
The real Snake and Jake's is like a fraction of the size of the Bonnaroo Snake and Jake's. Like it is a
Really?
tiny little shack in a neighborhood.
It's a 10 by 20 room. It's
Yeah.
tiny. It's absolutely tiny. It's not what I expected at all.
Brad and I were both like, "What?" We couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's
So
very
what else?
incognito.
What else did we do for Bonnaroo
I
weekend to
mean, we
celebrate?
sat outside with friends and drank until after midnight, which is weird for us.
Yeah, that was new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I
have
mean,
friends down there?
our neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
We
I'm
the other
teasing,
side of
Hillary.
our
That was more for
shotgun
Brett.
double.
Yeah, I heard it. I got it. Look, it's hard to deny my charm.
Yes, it is.
All right, so I'm starting to. I think Brian's question's pretty good. Are we bored yet? I'm about ready to go.
Not of your
Probably
background,
the
Barry.
podcast listeners
How
are
did
bored
you
with
do
us,
that?
but
I'll tell you that
You like
my
that?
battery's at 11.
That's magic. That's some good stuff. You've upped your game. Unlike Brad.
I don't pretend to have a
You don't like
game.
it. You don't
No,
like
I don't have
Brad, I know your answer, but I mean, we're feeling pretty confident that this didn't happen in September, right?
No, not happening.
No way.
It shouldn't.
Yeah,
No,
if I go,
Coachella
maybe,
is our
but is it going to happen? Probably not.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, somewhere the weather would probably be worse in September.
Oh, the weather will absolutely be worse in September. Yeah.
It
case-
couldn't be better than what we just had. But
I was going to say, in
yeah.
case you guys didn't get expressed, since you're in NOLA, like Tennessee saw the best Bonnaroo weekend we probably could have had.
Yeah.
Tears.
It's been the
Make it
most
even
depressing.
worse.
Been the most depressing part of all of this.
even here, Dinson, it's really nice. Even in Louisiana, it's
Nice.
wild.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
it was
dang. Don't try
a
to.
perfect weekend.
Mhm.
We had showers here this afternoon. Who's to say if it would have hit Manchester, but the rest of it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday would have been as good as it got.
I don't know what you're talking about because I was at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Uh,
Taco had a mini roux over the weekend.
He
Yeah.
went to Manchester and parked at Wendy's.
No,
Yeah.
I was in Winchester, which is like 40 minutes away from Manchester.
Yeah.
Right on the
And-
other side of the mountain, right?
Yeah, and it was there was like 50 people there, and it was Rue Bus, it was Rue Fitness, Wu-Tang Clan. It was it was a small gathering.
Okay.
I hear good
And-
things about Winchester.
We were in a field in Tennessee, and there was live music, and there was beer, and there was food.
There was live music.
Yes, there was a band.
yeah, Winchester's good as long as you don't go swimming in a creek. With
I'm
cops,
sure you guys.
chasing you.
I'm sure you guys just like spread around COVID anyway. So great job.
Yeah, he might as well have been Ozark Pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were less than 50 people. It was the government said it's okay.
Yeah.
The government said it is okay. We got a hall pass from the government.
It's no
Yeah.
worse than going to Applebee's.
Recommended guidelines.
Yeah.
They followed the
It
recommended
can't be worse than
guidelines.
going to Applebee's. That's
No
for
worse
sure.
than going to Applebee's.
It's no worse than going to Applebee's.
All right,
All right.
all right, Nick, you're getting summoned.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm
All right,
out.
buddy.
I love y'all.
Peace and chicken
Love you.
Love
grease.
y'all.
Love you.
Love you all.
Denson, miss you. Love you. Give
Yeah.
our best to Mikey D.
So glad to see
Will
Dinson
do.
on the group. We need to
Yeah.
get Dinson on and just tell stories.
Indeed. That's an
All
episode
right.
right there.
Oh,
good.
Brad.
It's,
y'all.
it's assholes to assholes in here.
elbows to assholes.
All right, love you guys. Miss you a lot. We'll see you in a year.
Flip side.
All right,
Peace.
bye.
See ya.
I still don't know how to act.
Journey through the stories that define the artists playing Bonnaroo. Who are they? What are they? What will you see? The what? Which bands? This year that matter.
Yay.
With Brad Steiner and Barry Corder.